Hello, you wonderful people. So a subject about myself that I've never really gone into too much detail about, like I've talked about it a little bit in past videos here and there, is my dating life. I skate around it a bit because I don't try not to talk too much about it, just because I guess out of embarrassment, some form of embarrassment I guess, is why I never really talk about it. So I figured I might as well take a video. You know, I've been thinking about it for a while, but I kept putting it off. So I was like, you know, here's an opportunity to do it now. So do it now. I've talked about it in past videos that I've been in long distance relationships, and I've also mentioned the fact is that so far in my life I've only been in 4 relationships. What I've never mentioned is the fact is that all those relationships I've been in, those 4 relationships were all long distance relationships, not just like, oh, city apart or whatever. I mean states apart. 3 girls from New York, which I don't know what the fuck is up with me and New York girls, and 1 girl from Florida. Did I plan that? No, it just, situations happened and I fell into these particular relationships. It's not like I was actually looking for these particular relationships. They're girls I met online that I just happened to end up falling for because I got to know them a bit better, and just, you know, just life happens, you know? And the reason why I never really talk about it much is because I have brought this up to people I know. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I'm in a long distance relationship, and you know, people, they always have to voice their opinions, which, I mean, you know, I guess I told them in the beginning, because I guess on some level I was thinking, like, if I told them, they'd be like, oh, congratulations to you, Michael. And it's like, but then they kind of had to put their opinions in it, like, they, rather than just being like, oh, happy for me and everything, they kind of put their opinion out there. It's like, oh, you're in a long distance relationship? Oh, what's wrong with you? Are you stalking this girl or some shit like that? It's like, no, we're in a committed relationship. People kind of frowned upon it, you know? It's like, they're like, they look down on it like, oh man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, you can't get a girl like in your own, you know, in your own town or whatever. You just have to go out of your way to meet girls in other like states. Oh, you're a fucking weirdo or whatever. No one's ever said those exact words, but you know, it's the way they say, like, their reactions towards it says that. And because of that, I very rarely have admitted that to anyone else. Like I said, maybe like 5 or 6 total people, like 1 person inside my family. Other people in my family had an idea, but I never really went into too much detail about it. But there's only like 1 member in my family I was really open. It was like, yeah, I'm in a long distance relationship, blah, blah, blah. Everyone else, I kind of alluded it. I mean, I'm sure they figured it out, but it's not like I directly told them. But, yeah, just because of that, I didn't never really tell anyone, because like I said, out of embarrassment, because, which is kind of shitty on my part. It's like, I'm in a relationship, I shouldn't be embarrassed to admit, yeah, I got a girlfriend, I don't care if she states away, she's awesome. Oh, I love her, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like, I shouldn't feel embarrassment for it, because it's kind of shitty on my have to be like, my side to be like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm in this relationship, but I don't want to talk about you, my girlfriend. You know, it's kind of shitty. I don't regret any of my relationships. They taught me a lot. They taught me about relationships. They taught me a lot about long distance relationships and seeing how hard they can be. You know, especially if you're a teenager. You know, I don't know how my relationships would, you know, well, I feel like they'd be a lot different now. Like, I could probably put forth, like, I'd have a different perspective on long distance relationships now than I did then, because I didn't really understand them. You know, I didn't really think about the, you know, certain aspects. It's like, because, you know, when it comes to long distance relationships, you need to have, you know, some stuff planned out. It's like, oh, whether eventually you and this person are going to, like, live in the same city or not, or are you going to visit each other on a regular basis and stuff like that. You know, a lot of people will be like, okay, long distance relationships, they never work out. I've said that before. I've heard that a lot. You know, a lot of people will say that, and my past will show that they don't, because all 4 relationships kind of crashed and burned. But that's not all examples of long distance relationships. There's some that do work out and just some don't. It's just how relationships in general happen. Some work and some don't. Like I said, they did teach me a lot. They taught me a lot about myself, you know, stuff about myself I need to fix if I ever want to, you know, have a successful relationship in the future, as well as learning, you know, aspects about females that I should look out for. Like, you know, there's certain things from past girlfriends I'm like, that's kind of crappy. I'd rather not deal with that in a future relationship, you know? And since we're on that subject, because all my relationships have always been long distance, I've never actually been out on a date. Oh wow, oh Michael, you've never been on a date before. That's so hard to believe. I know, it totally is. I've done that stupid long distance thing where you and your significant other watch the same movie at the same time. That's like the closest thing to a date. But like, you know, taking a girl out to like the movies or whatever, or just going like, you know, hanging out, taking a stroll underneath like the moonlight, you know, romantic stuff like that, I guess. It's a bit embarrassing admitting all this, but you know, it's like whatever. am at the point where it's like, I can talk about this. Someone can make fun of me, say I'm stupid and I'm lame for it, but it's like, I don't care. It's my life, so, I mean, my stupid, weird, and lame life isn't affecting anyone else's, per se, so it's like, why not put it out there? Why be embarrassed about that's just the way I've lived so far, so it's like, why be embarrassed about it? It's like, accept your life for what it is and attempt to change, you know? Tell me about your relationship history, you know? I mean, you can go into as little detail as you want to, or as much. Just tell me about your experiences with relationships, as well as your dating life. Tell me all that in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this video from whatever reason. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, you know. The usual. Like always, till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.
Nice job, loser.